Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm going to start this video off by saying the description box down below, there's a link to the video that I'm reacting to today. Please go and watch it. Even if you don't watch my reaction to it, go and watch that video because this is an extremely underrated channel and I've really enjoyed all the other videos that I've watched of his, and I highly, highly recommend this channel. Go and watch it, okay? What is the video today about? Today's video is about how this Indian doctor saved the world, apparently. In 1971, a deadly cholera outbreak swept through the refugee camps during the Bangladesh War. With no medicine, no equipment, and thousands dying every day, one Indian doctor made a desperate gamble, mixing salt, sugar, and water in a bucket. That experiment would go on to save more lives than any drug in history. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. I don't know who this doctor is. I don't know what water, salt, sugar. Like what? What does that mean? Like what could that have been in 1971? Super recent as well. So yeah, please go and take a look at the channel. The link is in the video description down below. We're going to go ahead and give it a quick little watch here, shall we? It's an interesting video. I'm sure. I'm sure it will be. So yeah, let's get it started. Oh yeah, disclaimer, this historical documentary utilizes archival footage documenting periods of war, famine, and disease, and contains real-life images of human suffering, harsh conditions, which may be highly distressing. Viewer discretion is strongly recommended.
At 9 a.m. one morning in 1983, this 3-month-old Egyptian baby was rushed to the hospital. He had severe diarrhea and was extremely dehydrated. Sadly, he was just about to pass away. But at 9:15 a.m., the nurses started feeding him some weird magical water. By 10 a.m., somehow the baby had become more energetic and started sipping eagerly from the spoon. And by 12 p.m., a miracle happened. The baby had gotten his strength back and was now fully recovered.
From what? From electrolytes, salt, sugar, and water. I mean, like what? I don't know. I mean, it's electrolyte packed, right?
So what was in this magical water, this miracle medicine that they fed him?
Can I just point out, dude, I like this globe. I might have to get a light up globe myself. That's really cool.
Water, salt, sugar. That's it. This simple combination of ingredients has saved 60 million lives worldwide and is considered to be one of the greatest medical inventions of the 20th century. The thing is, you have all had it at least once in your life, but you may recognize it by its other name, ORS.
Oral rehydration salts. I don't recognize this. I mean, it sounds like some sort of electrolyte thing, right? Sodium, potassium. Potassium's huge for electrolytes. More sodium. Dextrose, which is the sugar, right?
But you know what's really sad? Most people in the world don't even know the name of the Indian doctor who pioneered this incredible invention. A
So this didn't even pop up until 1971?
man who should have become an international icon lived his life without fame or recognition.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Today, I want to tell you the story of how a brilliant Indian mind created one of the greatest medical breakthroughs of all time and chose not to make any money from it so that he could save millions of lives.
That's I wish more doctors and medical scientists would do that, but the world is fueled by capitalism in unfortunate circumstances. Not to say that I am opposed to capitalism, but I do believe there are certain things which probably should be free to all as a human right. I think capitalism is very important. Don't get me wrong on that, but there are some things that should be more available to everybody.
Incredible story of Dilip Mohalanovish. My name is Tirthak Saha and you are watching Under the Radar. A big shout out to the 01 Network for making this series possible. In 1971, East Pakistan,
What a
which is now known
what a thing to start with, death camps, damn.
as Bangladesh, erupted into a brutal war for independence.
A struggle for democracy, a struggle to hold general elections.
The violence was horrifying and millions of refugees fled across the border into India.
A total of 10 million refugees sought sanctuary in India.
And by June of that year, while the war was still going on, the deadly monsoon rains arrived.
Okay, alright, yeah, alright. Now I remember this.
And it
I didn't
started
realize
washing over.
I didn't realize that that there was such an important figure tied to saving people from this. Again, yeah, like you said in the intro, man, nobody talks about him.
10 million humans living in the crowded refugee camps along the India-Bangladesh border. These camps had no proper sanitation, no clean water, and barely any medical facilities. It was quite literally the perfect breeding ground for disease. And that is exactly what happened. Cholera attacked the camps like a curse from the gods.
Man.
Now, let me explain why cholera is so terrifying. The bacteria doesn't kill you by attacking your organs like other diseases. No. It's much more simple and brutal. It forces your body to push out all of its fluids through violent diarrhea and vomiting. You can start losing up to 20 liters of fluid every single day. Your dehydrated blood literally becomes too thick to pump. You can go from being perfectly healthy to dead within 24 hours. And this is the terrible situation where Dr. Molanovic enters the story. He was only 36 years old and he had gone to volunteer his services at a refugee camp. When Dr. Molanovic walked into that camp, this is what he saw.
Man.
2 small houses acting as temporary hospitals, 16 beds in total, and 350,000 sick refugees standing outside waiting to get treated. Even if the small team of volunteer doctors worked 24 hours a day, it was mathematically impossible to treat everyone. And as if that wasn't bad enough, there was a bigger problem. You see, at the time, cholera was only treated using intravenous fluids or IVs, but IV equipment is not exactly cheap and it's not easy to make.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say that. Like a lot of this is treated like at least here you get set up on an IV. But yeah, if you're like out in a refugee camp, you know, probably far from any medical, like large scale medical supplies and nowhere near enough to you know, supply 350,000 people. Yeah. OSR. Yeah, ORS, excuse me. Oral rehydration solution. So it's just like it's like an electrolyte like packet, like on steroids.
Maintain and operate them in the middle of a damn battlefield. And on top of that, only specially trained and qualified medical personnel were allowed to inject IVs into patients. And in that
True, because if you mess up with doing it and you put like blood into their system, that could kill them very easily.
camp, there were
Or
only
excuse me, not blood, air. If you put like air into their system, that could kill them very easily.
2 people who were trained to do that. One of the doctors later described the scene. To treat these people with IV saline, you literally had to kneel down in their feces and in their vomit. The floors were covered with severely ill patients. There was no room to even walk. I mean, the situation was so terrible and so hopeless that you couldn't really blame the doctors if they gave up. But Dr. Molanovic came up with a daring idea, one that changed the course of medical history. Back then, doctors believed that when someone has severe diarrhea, their intestines are not able to absorb nutrition. And that is why IVs were essential. See, you basically had to bypass the digestive system and inject the nutrients in the form of sodium directly into the bloodstream. But Dr. Molanovic said, I don't think that's true. Pointing to some research done in the 1960s, Dr. Molanovic claimed that no, even in severe diarrhea, the intestines could still absorb sodium if, and this is the important part, only if glucose was also present in the mix. The glucose, or in simple words sugar, helped pull the sodium, or in simple words salt, into the bloodstream. Now, this wasn't his invention. Scientists like David Nalin and Richard Cash had already proven that it worked in 1968, but they had only used it in addition to IV therapy, kind of like a top-up, like an insurance. What Dr. Mohalanovic was about to do had never been done before. He was going to use oral rehydration as the primary treatment, as the only treatment in filthy conditions in the middle of a literal battlefield. Years later, he said,
Wild.
I had no choice but to go ahead and use ORS to the maximum.
I mean, when you're in desperate times, desperate situations, that's when, true human uh, innovation kind of pops out, right?
But I was confident that it would work. Now, just take a second to think about the weight of that decision. If he is wrong,
Yeah, if he's wrong, they're all dead.
hundreds of people will die deaths that could have been prevented if he had just stuck to conventional treatment. I mean, his career would definitely be over, but he also might face criminal charges. But what if he is right? Thousands more will be saved. Dr. Mohalanovic prepared a simple solution: 22 grams of glucose, 3.5 grams of sodium chloride, 2.5 grams of sodium bicarbonate per liter of water. Then his team mixed it in large drums. And then over the next 8 weeks, they treated.
Can I just point this out? Great use of AI. This is a good use of AI. I think something like this like normally I really detest AI, but they've used a lot of AI shots in this video that really fit with the flow. And otherwise you probably wouldn't even have any sort of medium to put up on the screen to showcase this. But I think this is a good use of AI. Although I do think there should be a disclaimer saying like AI generated, like in the corner or something.
Then his team mixed it in large drums. And then over the next 8 weeks, they treated 3,700 cholera patients using just ORS. And then came the real benefit. Instead of using up the precious time of doctors and nurses, now they could just teach family members how to give it to the patients. I mean, they had to. There literally wasn't enough medical staff to treat everyone. And this is something they couldn't have done with the IV treatment. They called it oral saline and printed pamphlets in Bengali explaining how to mix and use it. They even got a Bangladeshi radio station to broadcast the instructions to thousands of people. And then there was nothing to do except for wait and pray that their gamble had worked. The results were beyond anyone's wildest dreams. The death rate dropped from 30% to 3.6%
Wow.
to just 1%.
Wow.
Let me put that into some perspective. They had managed to reduce deaths by 90% using a treatment that cost almost nothing, required no specialized medical equipment, and could be handled by anyone who knows how to hold a cup.
Did this guy get the Nobel Peace Prize? Like, this is something you would think would denote, giving of of some sort of something, anything.
When the head of the World Health Organization's Bacterial Diseases Unit visited the refugee camps, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. People who should have been dead were walking around. Kids who would have become statistics were playing football in the mud. Now, you would think that after such a dramatic success, ORS would have been embraced by the international medical community overnight. But you would be wrong. When Dr. Mohalanovic tried to publish his finding, journal after journal rejected his paper. They just wouldn't agree that a simple packet of salt and sugar could be a major treatment. And it would be 7 more years before ORS became mainstream and widely accepted. 7 long years in which millions of lives could have been saved.
Wow.
But here's what really blows my mind. When ORS did become famous and mainstream, the doctor could have easily filed a patent on it, started a pharmaceutical company, and made millions from it. But he never filed a single patent. And when asked why, he simply said, I believe that this knowledge should belong to all of humanity.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Like,
Dr. Dilip Mohalanovic.
Dr. Dilip, man, this guy is a legend. This is a true legend right here. And this is, I never even knew. I never knew about this, like, at all.
Continued his work quietly. From 1975 to 79, he worked with the WHO, setting up cholera control programs in Yemen, Egypt, and Afghanistan. He kept researching about ORS, kept improving the formula, and kept saving lives. Much later, he did get some international recognition. He won 2 major awards in 2002 and 2006.
That's good. Good that he got those.
শুনেছি এরকম কিছু গল্প যে আপনার নাম কয়েকবার নোবেল পুরস্কারের জন্য নমিনেটেড হয়েছিল, সেটা শেষ পর্যন্ত হয়নি।
বলে ঠিক আছে, আমার কোনো অসুবিধা হয়নি।
He should have got it. He should have got it, man.
When he finally passed away in October 2022, most of the world and his own country didn't notice. Today, ORS saves 1.5 of the world and when he finally passed away in October 2022, most of the world and his own country didn't notice. Today, ORS saves 1.5 million lives every single year. UNICEF distributes 500 million packets annually. There is no doubt that this simple packet is one of the most important medical inventions of the 20th century. And so, I have to ask, if the doctor had been born in America or in Europe, or if he had worked at Harvard or Oxford or MIT instead of Kolkata, would he have remained as unknown as he is today? We
He would have known. He would have been known. Here's the sad thing. If he was born in like Britain or the US, or like any other like European country, he would have been known. He would have been given the Nobel Prize the year that, you know, he saved the lives. He would have, I mean, honestly though, he probably would have been signed on, and the thing would have been patented as well, right? That's just kind of the way things are in the West. But no, he kind of was, you know, he went along in obscurity for several years, and he made sure not to patent it. Wow.
celebrate entrepreneurs who make millions by gatekeeping.
This guy is trash, by the way.
As he is today.
Martin Scarelli. I think, is he still in jail? I think he might still be in jail. He's trash.
Celebrate entrepreneurs who make millions by gatekeeping and
Yeah, look at that. Drug goes from $13 to $750 overnight. That's Martin Scarelli right there.
monetizing other people's hard work. And on the other hand, we ignore scientists who literally save millions of lives and refuse to take a single penny for it. So listen, do me a favor. The next time you see this packet, and you will, remember the name, Dr. Dilip Mohalanovish.
Dr. Dilip. I don't think I've ever seen that packet, I'll be honest with you. But I don't go to the hospital. So I live in America and I don't have health insurance, and I pray that I never get seriously hurt or sick enough to have to go to the hospital, because it would probably be my financial ruin for the rest of my life. Yeah, I don't see anything like that, but I can definitely remember this gentleman's name, Dr. Dilip here, for sure.
Remember that monsoon of 1971 when a doctor, forced into an impossible situation, chose humanity over personal glory, and in doing so, changed the world. Because not all heroes wear capes. Some just carry simple packets of salt and sugar.
Wow. Powerful. Very powerful. Holy heck. I mean, it's a testament to, you know, just how the goods and the bads of humanity, really. Someone that deserves the recognition and never got it, but someone so, like, so passionate in saving people that he strove to just continue doing research for it and continue distributing it with, you know, without getting paid. Man, that's wild. I had no idea. There's so, okay, so this is something that I've unfortunately, listen, I've been learning a lot about Indian history for the past couple years, and the unfortunate reality to those that are like living in India watching this video, the West doesn't know anything about India. They're not taught anything. So many things that are so prominent and influential around the world that are centered around India are not known at all in the West. It's very sad. Holy heck, dude. Dr. Dilip here. Man. Oh, man. Please, guys, this is a extremely underrated channel. Doesn't get enough views. Doesn't get the views it needs. Please, please, please. The link to the video is in the description down below. Please go give it a watch. All right? All their videos they've put out have been banger after banger after banger. Really enjoy them. I think you'll enjoy their content as well if you got this far into my reaction video, right? They deserve the recognition. Go and watch them. Go and subscribe to them. Wow. He should have been awarded the Nobel Prize in medicine. He should have. Truly appreciate your effort in highlighting the remarkable personalities of India. Voices like yours remind the world of our country's depth, talent, and diversity. Well done, mate. Hope you enable the hype option. Oh, yeah, there's this hype feature on YouTube now. I think the hype yeah, go and hype his video. Channel like these are much needed. Should appreciate and viewed as much as possible with your quality of content. Thanks a ton. P.S. I didn't enable the option. I think it may be native to YouTube, but I appreciate the hype points. I know of the story, but I'm still excited just because of your storytelling. I did not know of the story. It's been a month. I'm seeing your videos. I truly appreciate your efforts. Please do a video essay on the life struggle of another forgotten legend, Dr. Subha. I'm not even going to try to... I would butcher that. One of the pioneers of in IVF. I don't know what IVF... What does IVF stand for? Unfortunately, the channel should grow more. It really should. If not Nobel Prize, then who should have recognized it? Waiting for this episode. Incredible video. Now Bangladesh publishing northeastern and Bengal and Bihar region photo claiming it as their part, and burning Indian flag is common occurrence. So yeah, good job by mocking the country that gave you independence to save millions of people. True. Unfortunately, Bangladesh, modern day Bangladesh, has partnered with Turkey and China to, you know, and Pakistan again for whatever odd reason, to stir up issues. Another banger episode. That's what I'm saying, man. This is a banger episode. Absolutely fantastic episode. Cool. Now ORS is banned. That's fake. ORS. That's fake ORS that's banned. People don't value something. I'm going to comment on this. I'm not commenting on my GeoGuessr channel or my reaction channel, but I'm still going to comment on here. My main channel is what I watch channels on because this is what has premium, right? Absolutely fantastic video. Did I spell absolutely wrong? Yeah. I never heard of this man before. Okay. Apparently I don't know how to spell. What? Why did it separate that word? Recon? Oh my god. Recognition? Okay. How do you spell that word, yeah? There, that's how you spell that word, apparently. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, please go and subscribe to the channel. With that, I'm gonna get out of here. Until next time, take care, goodbye.